Hello everybody, my name's John, a retired cook from the northeast of England in the UK, and welcome to my latest video recipe. And in this one I'll show you how to make a truly delicious apple pie Mrs Wagner style using our sweet all butter flaky pastry method and a fantastic apple filling. Served warm with double cream or custard, this was always a customer favourite, and it's surprisingly easy to make. And to make it as authentic as I possibly can for our American viewers, I'll be using an original Mrs Wagner pie tin. And this recipe was our May newsletter winning suggestion from Wendy in the UK. Nice one, Wendy, and I hope you enjoy the recipe. You can see the ingredients list and full written method for this recipe on the recipe page on the channel's website. Right, let's get straight into this wonderful apple pie recipe. I'll start by making the flaky pastry, and if you're wondering, here's a brief history on Mrs Wagner's pies, and you can pause the video if you want to read it. Right, once the flour's in the bowl, you can add the sugar followed by the salt. Now using your hand, give that a good mix together. Okay, add your box grater to the bowl and start grating the cold butter, which I've had sitting in the freezer for 30 minutes. Now keep dipping the butter into the flour as you go. This will stop it from sticking together. Now, from the research I did, Mrs Wagner probably used pig lard, but I think butter has a much better flavour. And her ratio of fat to flour was around 75%, so that means it was 75 grams of fat to every 100 grams of flour, which is pretty high. Once the cold butter or lard has been grated in, give those a good but quick mix together. Now for the liquid, get a container onto your scales. Crack a large egg into it, then top it up with milk until it reaches 85 grams. Now give the egg and the milk a good whisk together. Right, add that mixture to the flour in the bowl. And using an ordinary dinner knife, cut it all together. Once it starts to clump together like this, finish it off with your hands. But work as quickly as you can, and if you think your pastry's getting a bit too warm, stick it in the freezer for a few minutes. Now don't be tempted to add any milk or water. If your measurements are correct, it will come together. You should now have around 600 grams of pastry. Now just divide that into two pieces. 350 grams, that's 12.5 ounces for the base of the pie, and 250 grams or 9 ounces for the lid of the pie. Right, get those wrapped in cling film and into your fridge for at least 20 minutes before using it. Okay, on to choosing and preparing the apples for this recipe. There's the good old Bramley apple, but they break down a bit too much for me. And the wonderful Granny Smith is a good apple for pies. And if you want a bit extra crunch in your pie, Pink Lady is a good choice. But for this recipe, I'm going to use my personal favourite, the Braeburn apple. Whatever variety you choose, 5 average size apples should be perfect for this recipe. And to stop them going brown, you'll also need to juice a large lemon. Now, everyone has their own way of peeling and cutting apples, and this is my way of doing them. Make sure you get that core out, and so that the apples cook better when baking, slice them fairly thin like so. And while I'm cutting those apples, why not get up to date and join in all the fun with everything that's happening on the channel by joining our monthly newsletter. Wendy did, and she won a £15 gift voucher for suggesting this wonderful Mrs Wagner apple pie. There'll be a link in the description if you want to check it out. Okay, add the first cut apple to a bowl, then add your lemon juice, and give the apples a good coat in the juice before starting the next apple, and so on until all 5 are done. If you cut and peel them at the same time, they'll turn brown before you get them coated in the lemon juice, so do them one at a time. And here's all mine done. On to the spices. And the first spice to go in is the nutmeg. Now I like to freshly grate mine in, and these handy little nutmeg graters are available in the shop if you're interested. And I'll even throw in a free nutmeg to get you started. Next spice that I like to add is a half teaspoon of cinnamon. Cinnamon is probably the perfect spice for apples. Now mix that all together until the apples have an even coat of the spices. Once done, have a little taste, and they are absolutely delicious. So set those aside for now. And from my large collection of pie tins, this is an original Mrs Wagner pie tin that I'll be using in this recipe. Obviously, unless you're a pie tin nutcase like me, I don't expect you to have one of these lying around. The size of the tin you need for this recipe is on screen, and I'm greasing mine with a little lard. On to rolling out the pastry. First dust the bench with a little flour. Place the larger of the pastries on the bench and dust that too. For rolling the pastry out, I'll be using our very own adjustable stainless steel rolling pin with the 3mm or 1/8 pastry spacer attached. Now simply start rolling it out until the guides hit the bench. And if you don't have one of our rolling pins, just keep rolling until it's big enough to fit your tin. And do use your pie tin as a guide. Once it's big enough, roll the pastry onto the pin. Then simply line it up and unroll it onto the greased tin. Gently press the pastry down with your fingers. Once you're happy with it, grab a fork and prick a few holes in as shown. This is called docking the pastry. It stops the pastry from bulging up when baking. Time to roll out the pastry lid for the pie. Once again, using the pie tin as a guide for the size. Now roll that pastry onto the pin too, and set that aside for now and have a quick clean up. But before we go any further, preheat your oven to 170 degrees Celsius, that's 340 Fahrenheit, or gas mark 3. OK, time to get the filling into the pastry case. Once all the apples are in, start tidying it up. When you're finished, it should be domed in the middle, about the same shape as the tin, only upside down. Now grab your egg wash, and all that is a small egg beaten with a dash of milk, and brush it all around the edge of the pastry. OK, line it up and unroll the pastry top over the base. Gently press it down with the palm of your hands. Now, using your forefingers and thumbs, crimp all around the edge of the pie as shown. This just takes a little practice, so you sharp pick it up. Right, using a dull knife, trim off the excess pastry. Once trimmed, tidy up the edge by crimping all around it again. This will also create a good seal. And an optional extra you can do is to roll out a bit of spare pastry and trim it up like so. Then get it into the freezer for a minute to harden up. Once it's rigid, you can use your bench scraper to cut some shapes to decorate the top of the pie. Now cut a few vent holes in the middle of the pie and coat the whole top in egg wash. And if you did make some, add your shapes equally spaced out all round the top of the pie. Now coat those in egg wash too. Finally, give the top a good sprinkle with sugar, and I'm using this coarse granulated demerara sugar on mine. And that's it, your gorgeous Mrs Wagner pie is ready to bake. Get it into the preheated oven and set your timer for between 35 and 45 minutes depending on how tender you want your apple filling to be. And if you've been enjoying the recipes here on the channel, why not treat yourself to my 5 recipe books. Each one is packed with many of the dishes you've seen on YouTube, and they include helpful tips and handy QR codes that take you straight to the full video. And we have a very special deal on at the moment. Buy our 5-pack of books on our website only, and the bread book 4 is included absolutely free, saving you a massive £11, so get your order in while the deal lasts. OK, time's up on this outstanding pie, and the aroma this thing is kicking out is truly wonderful. And that flaky golden brown pastry with the sugar glistening on top is looking absolutely gorgeous. OK, I'll get it on the wire rack and let it cool down for a few minutes. And when I come back, we'll see what it's like on the inside and obviously try a slice. Absolutely can't wait to try this one. Right, at last, time to give it a try. And just by cutting it, I can feel how tender and crispy this amazing flaky pastry is. Doesn't that look absolutely mouth-watering? The bottom of the pie isn't crispy, but it's holding together. That's down to the apple juices being released when it's baking. Nothing you can do about that. It's up to you what to have with this still hot apple pie. Ice cream or vanilla custard are good choices, but this time I'm having lots of double cream on mine. Okay, time to try a piece. And honestly guys, that pastry is so crisp and tender, and due to the 35-minute bake, the apple still has a slight bite to it. Perfect for us. Mrs. Wagner really knew her pies, and that's why her company was so successful for many decades, and she gets a massive thumbs up from me. And as promised earlier in the video, here is the latest name splash and shout out list, including YouTube's brand new loyalty membership supporters. And they are Momcat, JensK3250, and finally Zekioxers5583. At least I think that's how you pronounce it. Thanks very much guys, I really do appreciate all that you do in supporting the channel. Well, thank you again for watching. Please like, share, comment and subscribe by hitting the circle above. If you do subscribe, activate the bell icon next to the subscribe button on my channel page. And by doing that, you'll be automatically notified every time I upload a new video. And in the meantime, here's a few of my other videos and playlists that you may want to watch. So, until the next time, be safe in your kitchen and bye for now.